Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Charity. No, dear, sit down in the back. Not you. You're not you. Charity begins at home. I've always believed that. I've always said that. And it's something that I stick to. It's not something that I will ever kind of change my mind about. I'm going to tell you a little story. Um, Yesterday, my fiance went to coffee with a family member, one of his cousins, and this poor man is so well, no, not poor. He is poor. That's the whole gist of my story. He's poor. He doesn't have a lot of money. He works in a job that doesn't pay a lot. He has to look after his mom. They live in an area that is really run down and not at all sort of safe or whatever. And when he was talking to him, let's call the cousin Peter. Peter was saying that sometimes they are so poor, they are so without money that they basically eat white sauce on bread. Let that sink in, people. White sauce on bread. Or he will have a few slices of bread with some dal on it. You know what dal is? Go Google it. It's delicious, but not when you only eat it with bread. It is mind-boggling. I actually, when Just came back and he said to me, "Look, this is what Peter said," I just sat at the table and I was like, I actually felt like crying. I felt so sad. And we were talking about it whilst cooking a delicious chicken curry with roti. It isn't pronounced that way, guys. It's roti, okay? And we were going to tuck into this cool chow, this like really big pot of yummy stuff. And I was sitting there thinking, this guy and his mom are eating white sauce on bread. Um, my mother always taught me you never, ever pull your nose up at food, no matter how bad the food is. It's food. And she always told me there are people out there who don't have food. And it's never really sunk in because I've never known somebody who's never had food. I grew up very poor, but I've always, no matter how poor we were, we always had a meal on the table, even if it was just one a day. My mother used to always feed us and find a way to feed her children. And we didn't really think anything about it. Our tummies were full and we were fine. But as I've grown older, I've realized there are people out there who don't have anything. Now, should I, it's a bit of a dilemma. Oh, it's a bit of a dilemma because do I now go out and buy some groceries, a nice 2 packets of groceries? We worked it out that for 2 packets of groceries, it's like 200 Rand, which for us is not my level of living is it's not a lot of money. But for their level of living, it could buy them something to last them perhaps a whole month. Um, do I do this? Do I go out, bearing in mind I don't actually know this person, Peter, it's just his cousin, but do we go out and buy them a nice big bag of potatoes, some baked beans, some sugar, a box, those box milks that you get in a 6 pack of box milks? Do we do this, or will it be setting a precedent? Will they now expect this every month? Will they be offended because we are taking? Might see it as what? As charity, and that's where this video is going. What is charity? Where to you? What does it mean? Does it mean giving stuff to people who you feel are in need, or do you sometimes feel that the people might be offended because they also have pride? Um, it's a really difficult one. Personally, I would never give money. I know a lot of you would say, well, you know what, I'm going to just give them, what if I give them $100 a month or whatever? And I don't believe that's a good thing. I don't lend money or give money to anybody, and I'll tell you why. And that's because I don't know where that money's going. If I buy you a loaf of bread, I know you're going to eat that loaf of bread, or give it to someone who's going to eat it. If I give you $20, I don't know if you're going to stick that $20 into your vein. I don't know if you're going to stick that $20 into a bottle of booze. Or are you going to use that $20 to go and buy some bread and milk and maybe some eggs and do a bit of a fry up, and feed yourself? So I would rather give food. But is that being kind or is that being charitable? Now, I know a lot of people say, well, my charity is, they've chosen a charity. My charity is the RSPCA, or in South Africa we call it the SPCA, which is where they put all the little, the animals and the little dogs who need to be adopted and that sort of thing. I only give to those people, okay, or those animals, okay. That's my charity. Or somebody would say, well, you know what, my charity is giving to that children's home. I don't give anything else. Or someone would say, well, I contribute to church. Every once a month we have a drive, and I would, buy my things and I would give it to the church. I get it. But to my mind, I see that as more of an adoption of a cause. That to me is more a cause than charity. Charity, I think, is something that we give with a kind heart, something we give with an open heart. A lot of charities or causes, giving to a cause, is done. Oh God, I'm going to get into trouble for saying this again. Gosh, this year seems to be full of controversial videos. I believe that giving to the RSPCA is more of a cause. The RSPCA is a cause, and I think it makes you feel better to give it to them. It's a you thing. It's not a them thing. Okay. I'm feeling really great, so I'm going to give to those animals, and that makes me feel good. Charity is not about that. Charity shouldn't have any impact on you. To give somebody some bread, milk, and eggs shouldn't make you feel good. It should actually make you feel sad. Charity is a very sad thing to get involved with, because the people that you are dealing with are poor. They have no food. They have a lifestyle that they are finding incredibly difficult to dig themselves out of. Okay? Like Peter is in a situation where he has no ability to better himself. He hasn't got the money to study to better himself. So where does this man go? On the one hand, you have a situation where he needs to feed himself and his mom. He has to find money for food. Okay? And on the other hand, you have people saying, well, go and do a course, man. Go and do a welding course or whatever. He has to pay for it. So he's got to spend the money. Does he spend the money on upgrading his skills, or does he spend the money on food? Come on, people. This is a no-brainer, And we have a lot of people out there, hundreds of thousands of people out there, who are stuck in this constant cycle. And I look around and I see, in South Africa, we have this extremely strange phenomenon called car guards, and there are people who have no work, and they stand in parking lots or on the street, and they actually watch your car, and when you come back, your car's safe, and you'll give them some money. It doesn't always work that way. It's very complicated because of many issues. And I don't give money to car guards. As I said to you, I don't give money because I don't know if it's going into their veins or where it's going. But I will go and buy Peter some food. I will go and buy people who I know, who are in my family, or my partner's family and Justin's family. I will support them, and I will go and buy them food. I will start my charity at home, because you look at people who probably mean more to you, or who would be more appreciative towards you, the closer you are to them. If I know that Peter doesn't have any food, it breaks my heart. It absolutely breaks my heart. And it's something that I can't sit there and eat a large pizza with extra feta and know that he's eating bread with white sauce. What kind of person would I be if I didn't feel charitable towards that person? What have your charitable experiences been like? Do you agree with me about charity being different to a cause? Do you agree with me that charity starts at home? Or are you of the opinion that, look, anybody who needs money must, if I've got money or if I've got things, I'll give it to anybody? It is a bit contentious, and if you don't want to come out and do a comment, that's fine. But maybe give me a thumbs up in the thingy down below. It is a very difficult one, and it's one that I think we do need to think about, because to me, charity really does begin at home. Okay, you know who I am. I'm Matt from Tummy Terror, and I will see you on the flip side. Hi, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to go and like and subscribe, and check out some more of my videos in my playlists.